If our life was as eventful every week as it was these last couple, weeks or days or whatever,
When it rains, it pours.
In the best effing way possible.
Absolutely. It was a very productive week. And our little Nini. Nini.
Shout out to Nini, and she's our producer, editor.
We've mentioned many a time.
I'm sure that she's going to want to delete this, but, go ahead and tell him since it's your open.
Yeah, her boyfriend that she was in a relationship for a long time did her wrong, did her dirty.
She dumped his ass.
And he deserved it. So now she's off to New York, like Mary Tyler Moore, trying to find a man.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. She's going to meet a friend. Absolutely. But if she catches some dick when she's waiting for the train or something, who knows?
It's a female platonic friend.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yes,
she's
it's a married friend.
Already dating in L.A.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So
she does. She got a man.
Yeah, you're all about the wrong
Yeah, she got a man. That's
facts.
right. She's in love. I apologize. I apologize, Nini. I forgot she already found a man. Good for her. And he seems like the salt of the earth. He does not seem like to be like her ex.
Are we gonna double date?
Probably not.
Hopefully soon.
Maybe.
Welcome, you detonating dirties, because you guys are explosive, and we like a shit to a new episode of Till the Dirt with Tommy and MJ.
I'm Tommy.
And I'm Mercedes Javid.
What?
Feight. Today, we are so freaking extra pumped.
We got a lot going on. We had a very adventurous week. I don't know if we're gonna be able to cram it all into this episode, to be quite frank with you.
I agree. And after this, it's a sunny, warm day. It's in the 80s today in LA. Thank goodness.
Finally.
I'm headed to an agency meeting directly after this pod, so I'm excited about one of these big listings, because what I found out yesterday at the sales meeting at the agency is that and this is a fact and a statistic, okay? When you list your house with the agency, you're going to get the most money for your house.
That's awesome.
Boom. And I'll tell you something.
Selling point.
It's a huge, because there was a meeting with all of the best in the game, and all things being equal, that was the one thing that we had on everybody else, and numbers don't lie.
And that's the most important thing.
And I'm going to tell you, when you're a real estate agent, you notice the sign hanging out in the front of the house. If it's an agent with an out of area phone number, that usually raises a flag that real estate agent may not be a local.
Yeah.
And if the brand recognition doesn't strike familiar, then you almost think, what's this saying about the house? What's this saying about the seller? What is this saying about the choices of who you're going into bed with?
Just to me, outside looking in, are they really serious about selling the house? Because I would think
and
that
realistic about the price that they're asking.
Oh yeah, I would think that maybe that's a friend, someone that they know that's
right.
not, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, throw it on the market, see if there's any fish, but it doesn't tell me that they're really, that would be my first instinct. I'm
right.
not saying that that's accurate or whatever, but that'd be the first thing I thought. The first impression would be, yeah, how serious are they?
And and if I do make an offer, does your agent know that it's a good offer or a bad offer?
Yeah.
Do they know the difference?
Yeah.
And then if we go into escrow, do they know the schools? Do they know the drawbacks? Do they know what to warn people about and what to be, leaning into as positives? I mean, anyway, so I just wanted to mention, I'm so excited and invigorated by this amazing, invigorated by this warm, sunny weather. Last week, our friends and family, a lot of people came into town from up north, OC. We had our cousins, and, it was, and Albert from New York came into town. We had a big gathering of our Coachella crew was, around, even though we didn't go to Coachella this year.
A couple of them still missed it. A couple of them you could tell was still yearning for it. Grow up.
I didn't see a single thing in my Explore page that was Coachella, except for Sienna and Chuck.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about people that were here at the party.
That were like, oh my God.
Yeah, I missed that. See pictures and oh my God, I wish I was there. And it's grow up.
So speaking of the party, Sham's birthday party, I have to say it was perfect.
Yeah, it went over real well. He had a good time, which is of the utmost important to me. You know, for 2 months they've been planning this party, and all I care about is the kid having a good time. You know, no offense to any of the people that came. We appreciate you. We're grateful for you.
Well,
but it's not your day. It's my son's birthday, and I just want him to have fun. And I don't want it to get lost in the shuffle about worrying about how many tables we're supposed to have and, you know, we can have enough food. And, you know, it's his day, and I want him to have fun. And he had a blast, and that's all I care about.
Well, you're talking about things my mom said, and
Jesus.
you're talking about things that we were concerned about. But like, and you did help with the food, so I got to give you credit for that. The part about
the best is your mother after the party was like, you know, for the last 2 months, it's just, I'm so happy it's over. All we've done is worry and plan. And I'm like, you didn't do anything. You know what I mean? You didn't do anything but ridicule my wife about the decisions and choices that she was making and whether or not this was the right thing to do or she should have this and not have that. And again, she literally did nothing. You know what I mean? But she...
well, you forgot to mention.
But
she
was all worked up about it.
She did sweat me. I mean,
yes, that's what I mean. That's all she did for 2 months.
That's
was
definitely
sweat
something.
you. Was sweat you. She didn't actually do anything. She literally didn't do anything. Like when she came in, she didn't lift a finger. And
well, she came when the party had started.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
but,
like, you know,
I
the
know,
food
I
was
hear you.
delivered, the decorations were up, the balloons were blown. The delivery was the day before of like our little kiddie tables that we rented.
The bounce house came.
Everything.
But so there, when you come into our house,
Which is how I want her to come.
Yeah, great. That's
like,
absolutely. I wasn't looking for her to be
please.
early. I wasn't looking for her to be early.
Right. Like if you're here early, you're going to be getting under my skin and making me want to combust.
Yeah. So when you enter our house, I mean, you could use the right description of what it is, but like, was it a foyer? What do you call that? You know,
well, I don't know what you're talking about yet.
When you enter the house,
okay,
there's that foyer, and then when you make, you know, the first right is like the kids, the TV room / play room for the kid, and she was sitting there. She brought a couple that she brings with her. So
Shout
all these
out
parties.
to Shahram and Ludmila.
Yeah,
so
and I apologize.
Oh, I said it wrong. Let me correct my name.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Shahriar and Ludmila. We did not know that, and thank you guys for listening. We found out.
They're probably listening right now. They're avid listeners to the podcast, and shout out to you guys. And also, I want to apologize. I have a habit that when I see someone, like, unless I remember instantly who they are and what their name is, I'll always say, nice meeting you. And I said, nice meeting you to him
instead of
when they
nice
first
seeing
walked in with your mother. And he was like, I met you many times.
Including every birthday party.
Yeah. And the look that your mother gave me was like, if your looks could kill, it would have been a terrible death. It would have been a terrible death too.
Stoned to death.
But they were sitting in in that area, that playroom. And, you know, people are coming in and coming and going, and your mother's not batting an eye. And Brangelina, who we've spoken about, the couple that is...
Everyone knows Brangelina.
Yeah, the couple that's...
Our friends.
Yes, is our friends that goes to school with Shams.
Friends.
She comes in. The mother comes in.
Yeah.
And she's attractive, right? So
very
she's...
pretty.
Yeah, so your mother... Oh, come this way. Tommy, introduce. And it was like, look, movie star. And it was, everybody else, she didn't bat an eye that walked in, but she wanted to introduce them to the party. I thought to her friends. I thought that was funny.
My friend Brangelina was wearing a hat. She's got like beautiful, big blue eyes and very fair skin and very long hair. And she's very tall.
The look your mother
slender.
loves. That's the look your mother loves too.
Her
She loves
favorite look.
fair skin. She's blonde more than anything, but she sufficed.
No, my mom. Yeah, and yes, my mom is because she's very beautiful, and so is my mom.
Yeah,
and she had framed her face very beautifully, Angelina, with a hat. You know what I mean? So very striking.
And it was very good attire for a child's birthday party.
Yeah, like
she
a
looked
nice flowy top with
like she looked
jeans.
dressed not overdressed.
Just chic,
Yes,
and simple, and
chic.
she can bend down and pick up toys.
Yes,
and,
yes.
You know, so
your mother was your mother's very fake. She definitely wished she was your daughter.
Starstruck.
Yes.
Okay, so you were talking about the bounce house and my mom, and so that was your story to shout out. Yeah. Well, every time I hear about people that tune into the pod that I didn't know were listening every week, I knocked me over with a feather. I think
sometimes it's surprising.
Super awesome.
Yeah, sometimes it's surprising. It takes you back. Like, really?
And I love it.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say, like,
not to jump too far ahead, but yesterday at the Met game when I took the little guy, one of the dads, he's a gay dude because he and his husband. Well, his husband wasn't at the game, but he was at the game with his 2 kids. And
there was a dad at the Met game yesterday who you bumped into.
Before the game.
Okay.
Before the game, he had hit me up. Are you going today on Instagram? And I said, yeah, I'll be there. And he said, oh, hopefully we'll bump into you, whatever. And I looked at who he was, and he's got a documentary. You know, he's a gay father. They're co-parenting.
Okay.
Because I looked at his Insta.
How do you know him? From school or from IG?
Just from my Instagram.
Okay, one of your Instagram friends.
Yeah.
Someone from your Instagram.
But this is the first time we've ever communicated. It's not like a friend. It's the first time we've ever communicated. He just reached out because I've been posting about the games each day.
Yeah. Dodgers.
And he said, we're going today. You know, I hope to bump into you. And we actually did bump into each other.
Oh, cool.
Like real luck of the draw. But, you know, it was
he said podcast listener?
Yes. He said, love the pod. You guys are great. You know, we look forward to listening to every week. So shout out if you're listening today. Let's go Mets, because he's a Dodger fan. And but go ahead.
Well, we did go to the game. We are going to talk about Tommy went to all 3 games. We met the Cohens. We're going to get to that very soon. I just wanted to talk about the party really quick because I was hesitant to plan a party. I've already mentioned that I was really committed to throwing something that was going to be special for my son and for us because, I've closed some deals, but the real celebration that's meaningful in life to me is having your friends over at your house. That quintessential backyard barbecue energy.
I don't like that. You know what I mean? I like maybe a few. I don't like.
Yeah, a few is good for me too.
Because again,
but you have to think about it's kids, Shams' friends, right?
Yeah.
And then it's my family, which that's more of a woman's thing because my girl cousins and I enjoy our time together.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know? Sure. So by the time you add up our cousins, my side of the family, not yours, but if we lived in New York, it would be very New York heavy and your friends heavy, which I enjoy as much, very, very much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you even see when I'm there, I retreat into the room. You know what I mean? Like it's just not, I'm not big on it. Like I said, and when you add into the factor, like I can't understate how big a pain in the ass Vida's been for the last month and a half about planning the party. You know what I mean?
Well, but if think about it this way, if it was Shams's birthday, it would be at the McGuire's and Jessica would come over and Michelle and all of the...
Yeah, and I'd retreat. I'd hang out.
You wouldn't hang out with the
McCabe's
and...
A little bit.
With...
You've been Jessica, there with me when I do that.
When we went to dinner and Philippou.
Yeah,
and
that's 4 or 5 people. That's not 50. We had 50 people at the party.
Claudia.
Yeah. Again, you've been with me in New York already when we've had a lot of people. And where am I? I'm not in the middle of the room. I go in the bedroom.
So you're like, this is crazy. Like you actually are an introvert.
Yeah. When in situations like that, I don't feel comfortable. I'd rather go and hang out in a small, like with 1 or 2 people, and those people can keep cycling out. You know what I mean? But I'd much rather be in that type of setting than be in a setting with everybody.
Okay. Huh. Well, yeah. But what about...
And then when you add in the factor of like for the last month, that's all that's been discussed, talked about, or whatever was this birthday party for a 4-year-old, which to me seems ridiculous.
This is like going a little bit left right now because Shams has been talking about his party every day since, and it's been almost a
he
week.
had a great time.
He keeps on telling his mom that he would like it to be his birthday again this weekend.
He had a great time.
So he had really a great time.
And that's all I care about.
And
that's all
the
I care
people
about.
that I invited, the kids he was playing with them all.
Yeah, absolutely. They're his friends.
Exactly.
Friends. Yeah,
so it wasn't like random. It was very, very
he had a great time.
high quality. And I'm sorry, my family members are also top of list. So the fact that we all have kids and we're all friends, and I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect, intimate, and everyone who we invited was able to make it, thank God, except for a couple of my cousins who live far driving.
Yeah.
And, I heard that because of Coachella weekend, that any road in LA was hell because people were clogging that shit up to get to IE, to OC, to,
and then there's other people going to do their regular thing. You know what I mean? You have a whole bunch of other cars on the road that aren't normally there. And statistically, you want to talk about statistics and stats, the worst time to drive in America of anywhere in the country is Saturday afternoon in Los Angeles from 1 to I think 4 o'clock.
I believe
is
that
the worst time to drive anywhere in the country.
I believe that, but don't poo-poo the birthday.
I'm not poo-pooing the birthday. I said
mean,
he had a great time.
Yeah,
he had a great time. I could care. I don't like the build-up, and I don't like all the planning. I don't like all the money that's spent. That part I can poo-poo, but again, it went over and it went well, and he had a great time. So that's all I care about.
Right, and the other thing is, there was barely any cleanup because we just.
Well, I cleaned it up. You were gone. I cleaned the party up. When you left the next morning, I cleaned the whole. I got outside because the guy came to fix the pool, and I wanted to be someone outside with him just in case. So I cleaned the whole party up. So there wasn't no cleanup. I cleaned it up.
No, but like also it's things that we're not saving. If kids are going to be painting, they're not. We had wooden birdhouses for them to paint, and we're not going to keep used paints, and if they didn't take their birdhouses home, then we're not saving them for college graduation.
You don't want to save them for birds?
I mean, no. They'll probably die if the birds ate paint.
Okay.
I don't know. God forbid. Cleanup. It was an easy cleanup. Let's just say it was an easy cleanup. And when you have people over, of course, you're going to be cleaning and decluttering every corner of your house, which that to me was worth the whole party. Just being able to say, I'm looking around my house. The rooms are clean. People can go in this bathroom, and people want to sit and start staring around and seeing like every corner, like, oh, we have carefully house organized, which is also spring cleaning, which means the backyard was cute. Like, we are ready for spring and summer because the house is ready. And to me, that is the best way to keep your house. And you want to maintain it.
Which you won't.
Which
we won't.
Watch me.
Okay.
Watch me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And as far as the cost goes, Tommy, we kept it as low as we could.
You say so.
We kept it as low as we could.
Okay.
So when our New York friends, like our Coachella crew who is in town this week, we went out a couple times. So I was definitely juggling being a good mom, being a good hostess, being here for my family, and also, carving out time carving out time to hang out with our Coachella crew. We had a couple of celeb sightings. I saw Chris Rock. I saw Scottie Pippen.
I see Scottie Pippen a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
Where?
He lives in the neighborhood.
In our neighborhood?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw him. And
he's 6'9". So, you know what I mean? He stands out.
Yeah, he definitely has a specific look that you're not going to mix him up with somebody else.
Yeah.
But we were definitely on a full spring break. I was, not you. But like Shams was home from school. There was, school was closed for spring break. Like it was fully closed, and there was I did not work that week. And it felt like a long time. And it felt like a full break. And it was good. Like it was definitely like for me to have a staycation that I focus on something that just is so rewarding. My family, my son, my house. It's like I'm nurturing all of the most important things and people in my life that matter. So my idea of a vacation or a way to reward myself for closing deals, it is going to be rewarded with family time, and I honestly would say I'd rather do that than if you told me we can go to Paris or Tokyo or, Maldives or something. Like I would always choose to stay home and hang out in my yard with my friends and family over any exotic 10-star Michelin rated trip.
Yeah, that's completely different, opposite of me, to be honest with you, because I'd much rather go somewhere with my family and do like the Met games this week. That's my idea of fun.
Yes, that's so true, Tommy. Like I love that timing wise, you didn't want the Mets to come to LA so soon.
Well, it was a little chilly, and for those that don't know, whenever the Mets come to town, and this is even before I met my wife, since I live in LA, whenever the Mets come to town, I go to every game because those are the only games I go to.
Of course.
So it's like,
we went to Padres. Hopefully we'll go to the
No, but we went, that's a Met game. You know what I mean? The only game that I go to.
The only Dodger games.
Yes. And it's the only games that I've gone to. Like I've never did the Padre thing before we went there. You know what I mean? I've never gone to San Fran.
Right.
I go to the Met Dodger games every year when they come to town.
Right.
So I normally like it to be a little nicer. You know
warmer.
what I mean? It's a little warmer out.
It was cold, but it
wasn't that bad. But
cold.
To me it's less about that than it's real early. You know what I mean? Like it's April and the season ends in September. So like that's it. I'm done.
Kind of had to get it out of the way.
Yeah, like it's over with now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But, and this was definitely, I mean, I could go back, maybe someone could fact check me, but I'm willing to bet since I've moved out here, which was 2007, this is the earliest they've ever played in the season. Like, this is early.
This is the earliest that
they played.
Anybody
the season just started a couple of weeks
ago. That the Mets have ever come to Vegas.
Yeah, to be
Dodgers.
LA. And now they're done. They're done. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Well, hopefully we can go to the Padres game and see
that. Go to or maybe do Arizona trip so you could see your other cousins, something like that. But and that's but it was definitely
very eventful, honey.
Yeah, it was just perfectly timed too because his birthday was this week. His birthday was actually Monday. Another funny Vida story from so Monday we wake up and my wife we because his party was Saturday. Monday we made the house real quick, just in morning time, another day of his birthday. We did signs. We wrapped a couple of gifts.
Oh, the actual day of his birthday.
The actual day of his birthday. We made like a little birthday thing again, and I made him a pancake. And, we blew up the pancake, and then he came home from school, and we had another cake for him. And your mother was like, because I posted the picture of the pancake of when we sang Happy Birthday in the morning. And then the cake was later, and she's like, you should take down the picture of the cake, of the pancake, and post the picture with the cake because we don't want people to think that we didn't get him a nice cake on his birthday. And I'm like, lady, you're a nut,
Triggered again.
I'm like, why would I care what other, no offense to any of the followers out there, but why would I care what a stranger thinks if they're going to think something like that?
Think
and
less
she's
of
like,
me for the cake.
And as ruthless or non-thoughtful your mother could be face to face with people, she cares way too much about what complete strangers think.
Totally.
That she'll never meet, like her Instagram and like what people think on social media. Like she really takes that shit to heart, dude.
Yeah. So what you're
like
saying,
she can walk into and drop a grenade right in front of like your cousin or your aunt. You know what I mean? Like say something real fucked up.
Yeah.
And like,
So what was really sweet is that, you're a dad that actually makes homemade pancakes and goes through the trouble to like run out crack of dawn to the grocery store, get back. And then we started to, like Tommy was saying, we took all the decorations that we had spread out around the entire house, inside, front yard, backyard, and moved them into the kitchen so that we would make it super festive and cute.
So he can walk out to it.
Up to his actual birthday. and have it be special again.
Yes.
And the thing that my mom noticed was, oh, well, that's just a pancake. I mean, that's just a flat little thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you pull out the big guns for Instagram and show them the real biggest cake in the whole wide world? But let it be free because we don't like to spend money.
Yeah,
on
we don't
anything.
want to spend any money. Yes.
How much did that cost?
Yes.
You know, my mom is very much the one that will get so activated by how much things cost, even though she wants it to be the best, look the biggest, and be the everything of the most.
So she can show it off to her friends.
But for free.
Yes.
And make no effort into putting it together.
Taking it down, putting it away.
Rip your soul apart while you're in the process of trying to make it the best thing ever for everyone else.
Yes.
Fuck what you think. I don't know if she says,
and at no point
you did a great job.
And at no point is it like, is Shams having fun?
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's never. Oh, and then that was the best too.
What?
She did it again.
What'd she do?
She did it again.
God.
On Monday, which was his day of his party. Now, as my wife said, and she deserves it, man. She's been knocking it dead with real estate. She's crushed it. She just laid out to you how important this all is to her. So for the last week or so, she hasn't been doing a lot of work as far as work for the agency.
Spring break,
but
right.
she's been
I took a
working.
week off.
You know what I mean? She's planning. She's been doing other shit. I still have things that I have to do. You know what I mean? So and it's been difficult to get things done. So like that Monday, I was getting work done. So I wasn't even really paying attention. You know, Shams is playing with his grandmother, you know, all right, cool. And I come out and she's opened all his presents again.
She did.
She did.
Oh.
She opened every one of his gifts. Like he's still playing with the one thing. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. And I'm like, stop moving through things so fast.
Yeah, and not just that. She opens it and like some of the stuff needs to be put together. So like now none of the things.
Lost,
none of the things are together anymore. So the directions aren't with the thing that it came with. So it's like yeah, man.
Kills me.
Kills me.
Because
she's
also,
like, you're not playing with it. You know what I mean?
Like when Easter, when I hid the eggs and she was telling him where
they are.
And then with St. Patrick's Day, when we buried the gold around the yard and she was telling him where the gold is, I'm like, Ma, let him enjoy the process.
Yes.
Let him move slowly through it.
Yes.
And maybe he'll even be able to wake up next weekend and still take a present.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it makes him appreciate it more. You know what I mean? Because again, he's teaching you a lesson in this moment that he does appreciate it because he's still playing with the first thing that you opened. You know, but like, you're just opening stuff. And she's looking at the cards and who gave what and you know, like
the card thing.
That aggravates the hell out of me.
But it really.
And what really, we had this conversation, my wife and I, what really aggravates me is she couldn't pick any of the people out of a lineup that were at the party. Yeah. Like she's looking in the card and she has no idea whose name it is. There's like 3 people at that party that she can like tell you their name.
I don't even think she knows Brangelina's name.
No way. No shot in hell.
Anybody's name.
She knows Sammy and she knows your cousins.
No, she doesn't know my cousins' names.
Maybe not.
She 100%.
She might confuse them and maybe not. But like Albert, she calls Johnny.
Yes.
She called Johnny, made him cry that time. Who are you? I don't know you. You know what I mean?
So she knows.
She knows nobody there, but she's ripping through the cards. Like, what are you looking for? You
she
know
knows my cousins on her side of the family.
Yes.
But she'll definitely call, like, my cousin Layli, she'll call her Lily.
Yes. She'll get them confused because it's Layli and Lily. That's their names, just for those listening. And she'll definitely confuse those.
We don't have a Lily.
No, but then Layla, the 2 of them are
Layla
alike.
Isla?
No.
Layli, Asal, Merak, Nanas, nothing.
The sisters? They're not Layli and...
Asal.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Look at me.
No, but the point is, like, if the car came from Stacy from his school, we need to be able to, you know.
Yeah, like, say thank you.
And open it. Like, I know everybody who came. We're going to thank everybody. That's fine. It's not like we had random people.
No.
But still.
But it also tells me if I'm dropping Shams off at school, I know that this person gave whatever, you know what I mean? Thank you for the train set.
Exactly.
Thank you for the, you know, if they gave $50, you know what I mean, in the card. Whatever. Thank you, so I know what you did. And now I have no fucking clue, dude.
It's awful.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the second year in a row she's done it. Like, what are you doing?
And Christmas.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do? But Christmas isn't as bad because the gifts, we know more or less where they're coming from.
But tearing through them at her rate instead of his pace.
Listen, I'm just trying to come with some justification as to why Christmas isn't as bad as the birthday. Because the birthday is like, Like I
You're
said.
trying to get me in a bad mood,
Yeah,
honey?
no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Well, I think that what trumps Shams' birthday is your experience this week meeting the Cohens.
Well,
Okay.
yes, I met Alex Cohen.
Shout
And
out
what
to
a
Alex
what a
Cohen.
delightful lady, dude.
Yes,
Like,
she's
I
so
am,
cool.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to be a Met fan. You know, I'm so grateful to have them as owners. They really care about their fans. They made my wife feel very welcomed.
So we go to Dodger Stadium.
Well,
and
no,
Tommy,
I went the first night I went by myself.
yes.
And when
So
you go by yourself, it's real easy to navigate. So before the end of the game, I was sitting
In the very front.
I was sitting right over the dugout. I had the best seats in the house.
That is the best seats. in the
Yeah,
house.
I met some broad that's in a band.
Oh, her name is Edie Haim.
Edie Haim or something. I don't know.
Oh, man.
she's apparently a huge fan of Bravo.
She's got.
But I was going to sit
girl
down,
band.
and
She's got a girl band.
yeah, they're in a girl band, sisters, I think.
3 sisters.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
And I sat down next to them, and she was like, "Where's MJ?" And then and it took me aback because again, I really wasn't supposed to be in the section I was sitting in.
Well, but you bought good tickets enough to be
Close
pretty
enough.
low, pretty down far.
Close
to the
enough,
front.
and then I sneak closer, which
Right. Which is fair.
Yeah, absolutely. And so once I got to them, you know, she keeps talking. She's talking to me, and then I ordered a beer because I wanted a blend, you know, and she's like, "Oh, we're partying," and I'm like, "Lady, I don't know who the fuck you are," you know what I mean? So she gets up and goes to the bathroom, and her talent manager is the guy who has the seats. It's his company that has the seats.
Okay.
So he's like,
I want to find out who this.
Do
man
you know
is.
who? Do you know who that is?
Oh,
And I'm like, no. I'm watching the game, dude. You know what I mean?
right.
He's like, whatever her name was, 18 Hine or whatever. And then, like when he said it, now he's waiting for me to be like, oh.
Hey.
And I was like, nope, still no. And he started rattling off a couple of their songs. I was like, nope. You know what I mean? No. He's like, all right, she's opening for Taylor Swift. You heard of Taylor Swift, right? And I'm like, well, I never dated her, and she never wrote a song about our breakup, so I'm not really, I know who she is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And he was like, you're so New York. And I was like,
That's
all right,
good.
whatever.
Did you make friends with him?
Yeah, we, he was an actual fan. Like
You should get.
he wasn't just there for the game. He was just there, and then she took her shot with John Mayer, and John Mayer wasn't receptive, and she came back and was like, all right, I'm ready to go home. And it was a great game. The Monday game was the best game of the 3 games. And the poor guy, he looked at me and he's like, town wants to leave, you got to leave. And he had to leave.
He didn't want to go.
No, it was a great game.
So that sounds like the most. Would you say out of the 3 nights? Now I'm presenting you a question here.
It was
okay?
2 nights and a day.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The first day, you went all the way up to the front. It was a win for the Mets.
Great game.
You met a rock star who was okay. She's in a great girl band. We're gonna get to know
Yeah,
her
I think she's
better.
doing BravoCon this year, actually.
Okay, that's
Yeah, I think they're
I
performing
don't
at
know if you're
BravoCon.
allowed to announce that, but
Okay.
you don't.
If
We
I
don't
did,
have
spoiler
any
alert, I think she might be.
confidentiality. Yeah,
She might be performing at BravoCon. I know she's done Andy Cohen. I think she said 5 times, so she's been on Andy a lot. He must be a big fan.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. So then that night, and then you're saying that John Mayer was there?
Yeah, John Mayer was there
Close
too.
by.
Very close.
And then she went to John Mayer?
She said, "I'm gonna go try to fuck John Mayer." She
Well, you
said,
said that
she
she
didn't
was
say it to
turned
me.
up.
She didn't say it to me. I overheard it.
Okay.
Like they're 2 seats down.
So
you
she
know
was
what
just kidding.
I mean? She went and took a shot. You know what I mean?
No,
She
but
went
like-
and said hello. She went and said hi, whatever. Because I'm seeing it. I don't know what the words. I don't know what was said, but I see what was said. Like that she
As
went
a
over.
joke, allegedly.
Okay, whatever. But
know-
I do know that she came back. Like when Lucy pulls the football from Charlie Brown, when she came back, it was like, ooh, it's cold. I'm ready to go. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
all right.
So
But see, that's the prowess that we have when we're young.
Yeah.
Like we're girls, we go to the game, we get turned up, and then we see somebody and we're like, let me go fuck him. Like she could have meant, let me just go say hi.
yeah,
you know?
and I think that's probably what it was.
Yeah,
you
I
know
just
what
want to
mean?
go say hi. And
Yeah,
then
you don't know if John Mayer's in a relation. You know what I mean? You don't know
Yeah.
what's going on with John Mayer.
All right,
But
so
she was just intrigued, like, oh shit, there's John Mayer. You know?
then there was night 2, which was date night. We get a babysitter. our babysitter, we're very lucky, is Shams' teacher at school.
Yeah, I'm not a big babysitter guy. You know,
Right.
I don't trust, like, I really don't trust my kid with a lot of
Tommy.
people.
We know.
Yeah.
So she came.
Yes.
Albeit she
was
was
late.
about 40 or so minutes later.
Yep.
I was shocked that when...
But that was a big 40 minutes because we missed Uncle Stevie, who's the owner. Like, he was walking around, and then he went upstairs. And then he was leaving because he was going to go to the Golden State Warrior game.
Okay.
So, like, with that window of time, that 40 minutes, I missed him. But
ladies,
we got to hang out with Alex Cohen, and which was awesome.
Yes, but ladies, this is something about your husband, okay? Nothing is more important to him than the Mets, right? So
listen, my wife and kid are more important than. But that's like a big night to me. That's a big night to me. Like when we went to Coachella, the time they get my wife, I've never seen her move faster.
Okay.
I've never seen her like, oh, what DJ Condiment, and she'd run off. But it's for me, and it's my thing, and she lollygags, and she walks around. And then, like, you can't tell her to hurry up because all of a sudden the bitch comes, like, the bitch is coming.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, for me, like, I get it, you're not as excited, but I am. Let's go. And when at Coachella, I keep up. I'm not, you know what I mean?
You're naturally a fast-paced guy. You're a very, very fast walker. But everything that you just said, I'm thankful that you brought it up because the point you're helping me make my point, which is that you and I are getting better. I think that Dr. Donna taught us that when something is important to the other person, show up. And so I realized, I was like, wait, he wants you to be ready early for him. So like show him that you're taking that seriously. So the day of the game, our awesome sitter, who's his teacher, showed up 40 minutes late. I said to Tommy, have you texted her? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well.
No, I had. At that point, I had.
But I was like, no.
Yeah, because
don't correct me because I'm making a point and just doesn't make the story make sense. Right. Okay. So I ask you, damn, 15 minutes late. I'm already thinking like, whoa. I was ready. I put on.
You were ready.
I was ready. Thank you. I put on a cute outfit for you, right?
Yeah, you look great. You look dynamite. You could see the pictures on Instagram. She looked dynamite.
It was a matte blue bodysuit.
But it could have been Dodger blue. Not to say that it was, but I'm just saying because they both are the same color. So you look good either way is all I'm saying. Like you look good at a Dodger game.
I got lucky and I picked out the perfect thing, which I wasn't sure how I was going to put it together. But the hub said, show up, look good. You don't have to wear anything Mets because I don't want you to wear anything Mets per se, but either blue or orange. And I was like, all right, I don't have a lot of orange, so it's going to have to be blue. What should I do? I got it together. I felt cute from head to toe. I put on my special Jordans, like the black and white ones that I try not to like get messed up. So the outfit came together. I was on time. I was ready when you wanted me to be there. When the sitter didn't show up, I thought in the first 10 to 15 minutes, I would have texted, where are you? You hadn't done that. We're like 40 minutes later than her ETA. And it showed me how men are. Like, if you don't text her, then I can't get mad at you for not texting somebody when it applies to my thing. Because you didn't even do it for the Mets.
No.
So
well, again, 2 weeks ago, we had the conversation. She and I had the conversation at school, and I said that I'd like to be out of there as early as possible. She said, I get out of here at 4:40. The earliest I could be up there is 4:50 because it's right down the block. And I said, that'll work. That'll be okay.
But we didn't.
And then it didn't.
Until 5:30.
Yeah, no, then when I did text her, because like my wife said, she's right. Like it was 4:40. 4:50 came and went. 5 o'clock came and went.
5:15.
And no, it was 5 after 5 that I texted her just to send her the address so that she knew, you know what I mean? It wasn't like where you are. It was just like, here's the address, just like as a reminder and also to kind of what's going on.
Nudge.
Yeah. And she said, all right, I'm getting out of here at 5:15 and I'm coming up there right away.
So
that's another, so again, it was like 40 minutes, 45 minutes extra.
And it wasn't 5:15, but it's all good. The point is that you were so gracious because we appreciate her. She's dope.
Absolutely.
Like the fact that we have
Absolutely.
the peace of mind
Absolutely.
that, you know,
Absolutely.
so, but I'm saying like and she was at work. It's not like she was
Yeah,
late.
yes, yeah.
But my point is to talk to how men operate sometimes. And my point is to say how gracious it was my point is to say that when you didn't freak out, which you didn't, you were very gracious, that same thing needs to be in my memory bank to give you that respect. Because if it was me, I would have been more upset and more aggressive about like, hey, where are you? We're late. We have to go. It's all the way to Dodger Stadium. It's going to be a really long drive. Every minute that we leave is going to tack on even longer travel time. And this is a day that you're getting ready to meet the Cohens that have asked you to email her when you get there so that we can meet up. Yeah. That was a really, really big day. And I just want to acknowledge you for giving, like me, I want to say thanks for acknowledging me that I was on time, because the whole point of that is that I'm working on showing you. You're not to, like ladies, like when you keep things in your head, you're like, bro, I went through all the trouble of doing these things for you. But if you don't express your intention to your partner, then maybe your partner doesn't realize it, you know? So that's one of the things that I feel you and I can stay more connected emotionally when you're grinding and I'm grinding. If I show up for you, the ways that I'm trying to show you is what makes me feel like I'm a little bit tearing up. So I'm going to slow down my pace. It's my way for me to say, hey, you know, I think about you every day throughout the day. I'm not saying all day, but I'm saying I want to make sure that you know I'm thinking about you throughout the day. And if there's something important that's coming up, I want to show you more that the things that matter to you matter to me. So one of the ways to show you that is by being dressed, ready to go, zipped up, standing at the door, right?
Yep.
And okay, I'm not going to cry anymore. I'm good. To give you the pass. Like, one thing you don't want to ever do is tell a girl to hurry up while she's getting ready. So when we got to the game, my fanny pack was not Dodger sized. It needed to be smaller.
That guy was a jerk off. He was a jerk off yesterday too.
Was he?
Well, I didn't go to him, but he was the same thing yesterday. You know what I mean? And yesterday was Kids Day at the ballpark. Like, it's all schools, and it was all. That's why, like, it was
nice because it was a noon game.
It was good to a certain extent. It was also very scary.
Yeah,
because
many kids.
There was tons of kids. So, like, I
kids.
couldn't let Shams go two inches leash. From me. Yeah, you know what I mean. And the play area. There's a play area for the kids where they could do a bunch of stuff. I couldn't take them to that because it was like congested. It was chaotic.
Right,
but. Yeah, the same guy. You know what I mean? Listen, you're at a ballpark. I get it. You want to be safe. You want to be secure. But there's a limit that you could go to, you know, before you're being a pain in the ass, dude. Yeah. And that guy was a pain in the ass.
He was
the guy there to interfere. Yeah, the other guy you saw when we went actually had to interfere and come over and because it was just causing way too much of a line.
Yeah.
Way too, like, you're not going to get promoted, bro. They're not going to make you GM because you're a dick at the security check.
It was the only bad experience that we had at Dodger Stadium.
And it's funny. Cause they send you a survey.
Oh, good.
After every game. And I lit him up. I lit that guy up. Not him, because I know who he was. You know what I mean? But I lit the security up. I lit it up, you know, and normally I never even respond to those things. Good. But I was just like, I felt like that was the only recourse that we had. And again, we were already a little late because of what happened with the teacher. And, you know, I really wanted to meet Steve. I met him last year, but just like on a shake hand type of thing, took a picture. Yeah.
It wasn't arranged by his wife. Okay.
Yeah. But
there's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah. It's a big difference.
A slight difference there between having the Alex Cohen.
Yeah. You know, so it threw a little bit of a wrinkle in it. But again, she was so nice, man. She was so warming.
So just to finish my thought, for a date night, that's what it was for me. It was like, this is such a special day for Tommy. I want to make sure that I'm ready and all of that stuff. But like when we got to the gate and the security guard literally refused to allow my fanny pack in.
Empty.
And
her
unzipped
empty
it,
fanny
and
pack. It had
was
lipstick
empty.
in it. You know what I mean?
My wallet, so that my phone
Yeah.
and everything wouldn't get lost. It was the only
Yeah.
zipper compartment thing that I had on me, right?
Yeah.
So Tommy
And
looked at
this is, well, second, but I'm coming 3 days in a row. I'm spending money on these tickets. Like,
a lot.
you know,
Yeah.
now again, I'm not a Dodger fan, so there is that. But like, you know, you should give some sort of, there's got to be some sort of latitude that, you know, like, and the game is about to start. So then I then had to run back to the car.
So he looked at me.
Put it away.
Yeah. So then
come back.
Tommy's looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "He won't let me in."
Yeah.
And Tommy got mad at me, took it out on me, and the guy was like, "You got to take this back to your car." So Tommy was like, "I will run it back to the car," because obviously Tommy is faster than me. He's in a big rush. He's stressed out. And while he ran it back to the car, I was thinking to myself, Tommy, that is not my fault. Don't take it out on me. I felt like we were having a moment like we used to have in the beginning days, like the fight that we had at the at Hollywood Bowl, you know? Like, I'm like, be really careful not to take out your stress on me, because this is our date night. So
yeah,
you
but see,
came
that's
back
one of those
a different
instances.
person.
That's one of those instances where you got to shut the fuck up and swallow it. That night's that important to me, and it's that special to me. And if I'm a little dickish, you got to suck it up and take it and swallow it. And you weren't going to. If I didn't come back a different person in a better mood, you were going to blow that night up. And I don't like that.
If it wasn't for Alex Cohen, I would have been
exactly.
Like, when you came back, I would have said, Tommy, before we walk in, remember, how you treat me tonight matters to me.
Yeah, but again, it's not your night. It's my night.
It's our night.
No, it's my night. It's my night. It's my important
night.
night.
Always treat your wife.
I understand,
with
and I do. And there's been many a night where I've shown up for you, where I got to, like, or I'm soldier through it, and I'm doing something that I might not necessarily want to do, but I do it for you. And that was one of those nights where it's for me, where you need to just shut the fuck up and, like, all right, you know what I mean?
Well,
and again, if I didn't come back and just let it lie and everything's great, let's go in, we're going to have a good time, you were sitting there ready to fight when I came back.
No, I was standing.
No, you weren't. You were
a long
sitting
time.
down in the seat. You were sitting down on the cement thing, and I said, "Come on, babe, let's go." And you got up and you came in. You were sitting there ready to fight. I know my wife.
Hold on a second. You should let this go right now.
Okay.
You clearly had your own come to Jesus, because you checked your your own attitude to protect your investment. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you came back from the car, which you took a long time going to and from the car.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
You did. You took forever. And I heard from the back of my head, "Come on, baby." And I was like, "Oh, okay. He's sorry. He's sorry."
I had nothing to be sorry about.
Hold on. And I was like, I got a signal. Now I will drop it. And now he will get what he deserves, which is pleasant, loving, supportive, festive wife. Now, you and I clearly disagree on this, and we're going to move on from the topic in disagreement on this, but I will never think it's okay for you on a date night not to be extra chivalrous, and this is our night or day, anytime that it's quality time, we have to be that to each other all the time, the whole time. And if something goes left, we have to take a second together and reset, like a football huddle, and say, shit, sorry, that wasn't your fault. That security guard's a dick. We're not going to let that get into right here between us. We deserve this. We work hard. We don't go out a lot. We spent money on this ticket. We got a sitter at home. We deserve to give that to each other.
See, I disagree. I think that if something is that special or important to your partner, I don't give a fuck what's wrong with you or what chip is on your shoulder because of what just happened with security. You need to put that shit to bed, and you need to buck up.
I didn't get upset, though. You got upset.
Whatever. But if I came back, you were just as upset. You were just as upset.
Not at you.
Yeah, no, whatever, at the situation. And if I came back and I was still like mad that I just had to go run, you were going to blow the night up. I've been there with you, babe. I've been there with you.
First of all, let's acknowledge that MJ didn't drink for Tommy. You've said, let's dial it down in the alcohol department. No problem.
Meanwhile, I sent them a case of Peak as a thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she loves vodka too. So hopefully she'll like that vodka.
Oh, to Alex Cohen. Yeah. But I mean, I'm saying like, you've asked me to dial down the drinking, which I have. Doesn't mean that I'm officially making an Alcoholics Anonymous sobriety thing.
And I just don't want you drinking around me because, like I said, when you have one too many, you take it out on me.
When I got upset with the guy, I was like, "Sir, this is a fanny pack." I went on the site. I was trying to speak my case so that he would let it slide. There were guys going in with backpacks right past us, and they were like,
I took
it's a baby bag.
I took in,
Fuck you.
Yeah, I took a baby bag in yesterday with way more in it than when you were like it was empty. She had lipstick in it.
Yeah,
you know, it's just,
and I unzipped it. But my point is, like, we don't have to agree on it, but I think for all the ladies that are listening, you guys know what I'm talking about. When you've got a breakdown between your husband and wife, take a second together to come together and say, hey, let's get past this right now. You know, fist bump, kiss, hug. Give yourselves 5 seconds to do that. Because if only one of you does it, it's not going to work. You need to reconnect right quick. And you can do that in the middle of Dodger Stadium. You can do that at a bathroom.
I've been at Coachella with you.
The past is not what I will do. I will not be held in the past.
Okay.
Our last Coachella together.
The past was this weekend. So what are we talking about? Anything we're talking about is the past.
No. You're saying I've seen you at Coachella.
I've seen you in your element. I've seen how you are when it's something that you're excited about or it's something that you enjoy doing and you are... You're on it. You're flying around. You're moving. When it's for me, there's it's almost like you
extra slow.
Yes,
that's what you do every Saturday too, which is like
no, but that's
hey,
different.
Babe, what are we doing? I get it.
That's entirely different.
That's why this week. For this current topic,
Saturday's a Saturday.
I was
this
ready.
is the Cohens are bringing us to a baseball game, and I'm the biggest Met fan that anybody probably knows.
And I was ready on time or
yeah,
late.
no, I understand.
And then, with bells on, and I look cute for you, and everything that you wanted. So that's
and we had a great time.
And that's holding me to my present. So what I'm asking you to do is let go of the distant past when we weren't doing it right, and acknowledge the current where we are doing it right.
Yeah. I mean, again, it could have went real left if I didn't come back and say, "All right, babe, let's go."
No hypothetical negativity. Okay, don't give me a hypothetical negativity because, again, we're both responsible for being nice to each other, no matter whose event it is. Okay, I cannot be a bitch to you because it's Coachella. That's gonna fuck up my time too. So forget it. Let's move on. All right. So my question is, of the 3 days, which one was your favorite?
The third.
With your baby,
with my little guy.
Good job.
Yeah, he had a great time. And all day long I kept telling him how much fun this was for me, and you could tell it wasn't as much fun for him, but he wanted to make sure I was having a good time.
Oh,
like everything I asked him to do, he did. Like he ate all his food, he threw his garbage out. Like you see, and you know, it was just and my buddy Joe. Who took the pictures that you'll see on Instagram? They really look. That's the one that we told you about. He's a photographer, and he took them with his fucking iPhone, and it looks like a professional photographer took those pictures.
He did.
Like he caught good moments. You know what I mean? And I didn't even know he was taking them. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the game, because I have the kid, right? So it's tough to take pictures. So I had like 5 pictures, and I'm like, oh fuck, I needed to take pictures for the wife. And he's like, "Oh, bro, I got a ton of them." I'm like, "Oh, all right." I didn't see you take one.
Oh my god! You guys,
but
shout
he
out
told
to
me,
Joe Gretto Photography.
But he told me,
please.
and Joe's, you know, I don't want to
put his contact info on the show notes, Nini.
I don't want to, you know, I don't know how old Joe is. He's older than me. He's single. He doesn't want to have any kids. You know what I mean?
I have somebody for him.
But whatever. I'm just saying it's not like what he's looking for out of life. You know what I mean?
A relationship.
Yeah, but just what I had going on. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Being at the, you know, and Shams, he's like, "You're real patient, man." And it's like, and then he's like, "Yo, that's a good kid you got." You know, like that's it. And it was a real great day. We had another win, which really added to it. But it was a great time, and yeah, man, I can meet the Cohens, but no one's gonna take place of the kid. And it was such a great time. It was definitely
That's
it's unfortunate. It's April. And it was the best week of the year for me. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know if anything's coming over that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my future goals for us are the Padres and Catalina Island.
Yeah.
So, and
oh, God forbid the Mets play on Catalina Island. It would be
no, like we have to start planning for our next goals. And all right, listen, I really want to make sure that we put in the show notes Joe Gretto Photography, because this guy is so talented. And if anybody needs lifestyle photographs,
he's a DJ too. He's an artiste.
He's a real true Renaissance man. He's a good guy. And speaking of a shout out that I really, really want to share, I want to shout out Beauty by Nayara. If you guys live in the LA area, anywhere within even an hour and a half from Beauty by Nayara, this is the injector nurse, the esthetician that you have to go to. When you go to get something done like Botox so that you don't squint during the summer, or people that have lock their jaws, what's that, TMJ, and you can get Botox to easen up your clenched teeth while you're sleeping, teeth grinding at night. Or you're just sick and tired of your frown lines or your wrinkle lines or your crow's feet or squinting in the sun or anything that you need. This woman, it's all about technique. When you choose when Golnessa chose Nayara, I thought, wow, this woman really knows how to approach your face with a needle, because she's really conservative. The chances are you're not going to overspend because she's not going to do much, and you're better off because you're not going to save money. You're not going to look crazy. You're going to feel rested. And I just want everyone to know. And you know what? I thought it was going to take me a long drive to get there. It was half the time I thought it was going to take. So she is worth it. Anyway, you guys, we got a lot to look forward to. We've got Sheena Shea and Brock's birthday. I keep saying Sheena Shea. She's not Sheena Shea anymore.
No, apparently not.
Well, she's Sheena Davies.
Oh.
Okay. We've got Sheena and Brock's birthday for their daughter Summer Moon this weekend. We've got a lot of exciting things happening. But for now, don't forget to check out our YouTube, and don't forget to share this podcast with a friend. We are going to be dropping the new pod where you guys can go for reality tea, right? And reality recaps. And I'm out of here, you guys. Tommy, you want to hang out and talk to everyone
No,
a little
I'm
bit
good,
longer?
man. I'm good. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. And
we love you, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.